Hey everyone, it's Sarah Spiker, business strategist and performance mentor for women entrepreneurs, especially those in service-based online businesses. As I'm enjoying sunset and watching a family of deer, actually we have two does, a couple of fawns there, and a buck. It's a view I enjoy first thing in the morning and then in the evening, and it's driving our dog crazy thinking, they're on his property and he keeps barking at them. It's a real pleasure and joy, and so much different from living in New York City. Anyhow, going back to your business. So the reason and why I got inspired to record this video today was that I've been seeing a couple of forums here online, service providers, especially virtual assistants and online business manager, keep asking about how to track time, how to report time to justify their work to their clients so they can get paid for their work. And it breaks my heart, especially having been there and knowing that there's a better way to go and a much easier way to go that does not involve you obsessing and stressing about keeping track of everything in order for you to get paid and to pay your team. So over the next couple of moments, I want to share with you 4 reasons why you should reconsider that approach, and 2 things that you can do to change that. So let's start with those 2 things. When I first started my business, as I said, I started as a VA, and I quickly realized that there was a limit to what I could do and how far I could grow having my work attached to the hours. And even starting to grow my team, there's only so much that you could do with your team. Besides, the component that was extremely important in growing a team is control your cash flow and have a very good overview over your cash flow so that you can predict your expenses, you can predict your income, and you can plan strategically to what do you need to do in order to sustain the cash flow. So what I learned and what I'm proposing for you to consider is to think about and look into possibilities of going from hourly rate to retainer and project-based work. It's not always an easy transition, and we can talk about it. I'm more than happy to help you crunch those numbers and see what's possible and what works for you, and more importantly, how to address those changes with your clients, because clients are going to be reluctant to the change, especially when they're comfortable with the way things are. However, there are 4 reasons why you should reconsider your hourly rate. Now, first and foremost, there are circumstances, there are services where hourly rate is the way to go. It happens. However, I would highly advise you to try to figure out if there's a better way for you to serve your clients. So the 4 reasons why this is going to be beneficial to you and your clients are: reason number 1, they have a peace of mind. They don't have to worry about how fast you work, how productive you are, where the time goes, and whether or not you're going to be accurate on your reporting. It's a huge trust issue. And sometimes it's not a big deal. Sometimes with some clients, it's a huge deal. And also when you turn the tables and you work with your team, the same goes to you. Reason number 2, speaking of agonizing over time tracking, how long does it take your brain to adjust between one task and the other task and going back and forth? How much time and focus you're losing? A lot. I think they say it takes about 20 minutes. I don't know if exactly 20 minutes, but a couple of minutes for your brain to fully adjust into that one task. I read the statistics, I read the report. I have to refresh my memory on that. I can get back to you on specifics. Anyhow, you're losing a lot of time and focus doing that as well. Making sure when the phone rings that you turn on a timer as opposed to focusing on what you're working with your client. And when I was a VA doing that, I remember I kept wondering, if I have to do additional research, if I have to call my client for additional clarification, can I bill them for that? Do I count that as a expense or investment in my own business development, developing new skills? It was always kind of iffy feeling, and a lot of hours went unreported and unbilled and consequently unpaid for because of that. Reason number 3, like I said earlier, when you're growing your team, it's much easier to control your cash flow. And reason number 4, that was actually the greatest gift that I received from being involved in a couple of online communities before all these Facebook groups became popular. And I came across somebody who's grown their business with the help of VAs a long time ago. And what he said really changed the trajectory of my business. So I'm going to rephrase that, added a couple of experience that I've gained since, and here you go. When you stop valuing your work based on the time you put in, you can start commanding greater fees for your services. How you do that is that you present the value you're providing to your client. Now, I'm not an advocate to just, slap a 0 on it and go with it. It's not how it works. It's not that easy. It's not an, moral thing to do. However, you can up your rates. You can increase your margins, markups, so to speak, when you do that. Because now clients are not obsessing about how much time you're spending, but the value you're providing to them. And there's a specific way that you can rephrase that in your marketing and sales communications and messaging, and I'm more than happy to share it with you. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's inspired you. And again, if you need support with crunching the numbers, seeing what's possible for you, for your services, for your business, for your clients, and how to make the transition, and especially how to have the conversation with your clients to tell them that, listen, I'm going to be upping your rates, and how to make them stay, let's talk. I'm more than happy to have that conversation with you and show you what's possible for you. Take care until then. Bye.